Hey there. So, if I came to you in the future and I asked you to look back on your business over the last few years, what would you see? Would you see someone who struggled for years, struggled to get their business off the ground, and was very frustrated the whole time? The whole experience was a big struggle and maybe it never succeeded? Or would you want to see someone who knew who their customer was, who knew what their business was all about, what they offer, what makes them better than the competition, what makes their promotion really hook in their customers, and just ultimately knowing how to run a business efficiently and successfully? Well, it's kind of a loaded question, right? We all know that we want scenario number two, where we know exactly how to do the thing. Nobody wants to look back and say, oh man, I really screwed around there for a while, and man, if I would have known what I know now, I wish I would have implemented that. So, that being said, one of the most important things when you are starting a business is laying that initial foundation, doing the research on your customer, really spelling out what you want your business to be in a few years so that you can look back and say, this is where I started, this is where I knew I wanted to go, and here's how I got there from point A to point B, right? It's a really efficient way of looking at your business and how you're going to make it succeed. And one of the biggest parts of that is really knowing who your customer is. And I talk about this often because I think it's one of those points that a lot of people really miss. You know, they think that maybe that their customer will come and find them. And honestly, sometimes your customer does come and find you. And sometimes it's a really great thing that just works out. But for the most of us and for the grand picture, that's not how it happens. So you do have to do that initial research on your customer. And another reason why it's great to know who your ideal customer is because you can convert your ideal customer into raving fans. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, raving fans are people who will talk to anyone and everyone about you and your brand and how amazing it is. I have a couple of raving fans of my own who gobble up every piece of content that I put out, every post. They are right there at the top of the line, talking about how much they love it, how much they love what I do, emailing me all the time, telling me how they've talked about my products and services to other people as well. So it's a really amazing thing. It's really a gold mine. It's like free advertising. And one of the things that makes it better than actual like advertising or Facebook ads or, you know, the conventional advertising is that when people get a referral from someone, it means so much more. It's like when you tell your friend, hey, I just found this this great doctor, you should go and see them. You're like, oh, awesome. It's really hard to find someone really good like that. You're telling me from personal experience, I trust you. So I'm going to go and check them out as well. So if you can create these raving fans for your business, you're going to see a lot of great sales and growth in your business. So before I talk about the 3 ways, there's going to be 3 ways that you can really get these raving fans on your side. I just want to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mary, and I run the website, theleatherbeast.com. I also have the Facebook group, The Leather Tamers, which is growing every day, and it's an awesome group of really talented leather workers who you can ask all of your burning questions about leather working. And it's also full of a lot of new and aspiring leather workers as well who want to learn from these folks that have a lot of experience. So it's a great group to join. I suggest you join it. Also, oh, I forgot to put it in the description there of this video. If you want to learn more about starting a business and really laying the foundation, the three key elements that you need in your business in order to sort of have that really efficiently built business, like I was just talking about, you can go to lucrativeleathercraft.com. I actually just redesigned that website, so go check it out. Tell me what you think. I've made it a little bit prettier. But regardless, it's a great guide, and you can go to lucrativeleathercraft.com to download your free copy and really make sure that you are implementing and doing your research and really starting your business off on the right foot. Okay, so let's get into the three ways that you're going to convert your ideal customer to raving fans. Okay, so the first one is it's all about them, right? Serve your customer. So if you're someone who just wants to make the leather goods that you want to make, and not really care about your ideal customer, that's fine, but that's a hobby. That's not really the way that you go about building a successful and profitable business. If you want to build that successful and profitable business in the quickest way possible, you start by serving your customers and providing them with the things that they want, not the things that you want. So really learn about them. If you already have an audience, if you already have an Instagram, a Facebook page, an email list, reach out to your people and ask them questions about themselves, what they like, what they're up to, what kinds of leather goods they like, if they like this one over this one, like really learn about them, learn about their needs, and then use that information in a way that will help you in the future. If you don't have an audience yet, if you're just starting, then think about, you can come at it from the other angle and think about what kind of problem do you see, or what kind of area do you see where one of your leather products or something that you could design around that could be something that could help a really specific group of people. So maybe you see an empty place in the market around pet products, leather pet products. Maybe someone is looking for this particular type of leather collar for their dog or something, and you're not seeing anybody else being able to fulfill that. That would be a way where you're starting with the problem, you're coming at it with your solution, and you already have this built-in audience of people that you know are going to want that thing. I recently had a meeting with a store owner that I might start to wholesale some of my leather goods with. And one of my products is a leather bucket that you put by a fireplace to kind of hold your kindling and all of the fireplace accessories. And she was like, I definitely want some of these. These are really hard to find in the market. So that got me thinking, this is really solving that need. And that's another place that I can go to market my goods, people that are homeowners, people who have fireplaces, people who have a need to store things in their home. Just looking at my notes here. Okay, let's move on to number 2. So now that now that you've kind of talked to your audience, or you've thought about the problem that you can solve with your product, use what you know about your ideal customer and create really impactful content for them. So if you're a blogger, make blog articles that are really speaking to the problem or the want or the need that they are expressing, and then you come in with your product that is going to solve that problem or satisfy that need or want. If you don't have a blog, you're doing social media posts, make sure you're really touching on these points of things that are going to resonate with your customer, so that whenever you talk about, like, hey, I know you're suffering from this problem, or hey, I know you really want something like this and you can't find it, guess what? I've got it. You're going to be like the hero in that situation. So make sure you use the very specific details of what you uncover in your research on your customer, and create really impactful quality content. People just scroll right past the boring posts of just kind of you going through the motions. And believe me, I've done that too. I used to think that was all social media was all about, just, oh, I have to post every day and it doesn't really matter what you post, just put something up there. That's not really true anymore. I don't know if it was ever true. Now it's all about the quality content. It's all about knowing who your audience is and who you're talking to and talking to them about the things that are really important to them. This is going to give you raving fans when they realize that you're someone that can help them. And the third thing that you can do to turn your ideal customer into raving fans is use the social proof from your customers and your social following to create that buzz around your brand. So what do I mean by social proof? Well, have you ever been to a craft market and you see a lot of people selling, a lot of vendors selling, and there's nobody shopping at their tables, and then you see this one vendor who's selling and you see a ton of people crowded around their table. Usually you go over to that table where there's all those people because you're like, what is everybody crowding around this table for? There must be something that's really amazing over here. I have to go check it out too, because that's just kind of like human nature, right? We want to see, we kind of let other people's actions guide us in that way. If there's a lot of people commenting on something, we're more likely to read it. If there's a lot of people giving 5-star reviews on an Amazon book, we're like, oh, what's that book? It must be really good, right? So use your customer reviews and customer comments. Hopefully they're all positive. Use those to show your audience that are not yet your customer. Use those, that social proof to show them, hey, these people like it too. They're really cool. They're into the same things you're into, so you would probably like it as well. If you don't have customers yet, you can still do this. If you have a social media following, even if it's a small following, have you ever had someone comment on a post of maybe you made a new leather good, maybe you made a new wallet or a new handbag and you put it up and you got some friendly comments and people saying, hey, I really love this, or that's a gorgeous handbag, or wow, I can't believe you made this. That's all social proof too, and you can use those comments as well in your in all of your marketing. You can repurpose that, put it on your website, you can put it into your email marketing, into your emails that you're sending to your subscribers, just saying, hey, look, this is what other people are saying. They're pretty cool. Maybe you would like it too. And then that just creates this huge, massive buzz around your brand. And that's how you start to get people talking. And that's how you start to get people over to your craft table and really checking out what you're doing. So really it boils down to knowing who your customer is. And if you don't know who they are, find out who they are. Go and ask them, or go and see who you can help with your leather goods. And then use what you've found out, use what your customer has told you about them, and use that to create really impactful social media posts and email marketing campaigns, and really serve them. And then use your social proof that you're getting from your customers, from your social media following, in order to create a buzz and create other raving fans. So this is how you do that, and it's a gold mine, really. Whenever you have this free advertising, this free walking, talking advertising, this is how many businesses start, is all like referral business. And there's a reason for that, because the person who is referring the other person, usually it's a friend or a family member, so they trust them. Trust is a huge thing whenever you want repeat business and want to grow your business. Okay, guys, so that's all for this week. Just a quick little tips there. Like I said before, if you want to hear more information like this, business tips, how to set up your leather goods business, make sure you join my leather Facebook group, the Leather Tamers. Sign up at Leather Beast to get on my list and get notified of the new things coming up, which there are a lot. And head to lucrativeleathercraft.com and get your free copy of the Leather Goods Business Blueprint, which really walks you through a lot of the foundational phase of setting up your business. This is kind of the hardest part of setting up your business. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.